First video we have is our goat Tov. Our goat Mr. Tov posted a video 5 hours ago. And this is the most disturbing radio hijacks, which I am excited for because I love these type of videos. I love creepy stuff. I love going down these little wormholes and seeing all the crazy stuff that goes on in the world and like creepy stuff, you know. So we have Mr. Tov, Mr. Wov. We got his video. His video is 25 minutes long. And just because this is 25-minute long video, we might have to do more reactions after the shoots. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But the first video, we can start. Let's see if it's actually creepy. I've watched a video on like people hijacking like TV, radio, like TV stations, like news channel hijackings. But like this, we'll see.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I know I'm not at my usual setup. I'm currently on vacation, but you know it's 2024, so the grind.
My God, W Tov, bro. Man is on vacation and is still posting on YouTube. He's on vacation, but still is managing to push out content. Love him.
It never stops. I'm still gonna make a video, even on vacation. So today's video is the most disturbing radio hijacks. It's actually a sequel to a video I made in 2021 called The Most Disturbing
Oh my God,
Hijacks.
wait.
So make sure to go watch.
You know what? Like, would be the best freaking collab that I think I could ever think of in my life. Which I've seen them hang out before. I've seen these three people hang out before. But I want to see them actually do a video together because I feel like it would, well, me personally, I would love it. And I would go insane if they like all released a video together. But Sam and Colby, first of all, Sam and Colby is like one of my favorite YouTube channels in the whole entire world. I love Sam and Colby. Yeah. But Sam and Colby and Tov all together, Sam and Colby like investigating like some building, and Tov is there too. That would be like holy trio. I would die. That would be, I could peacefully die after that. Lana X Pink Panthers.
Watch that after this one. Obviously, I want the watch time. So, without further ado, let's head on to our first case. Multiple radio stations hijacked by furries. Oh boy.
Vaishur is. Am I saying your name right? Is it Vaishur? Is that how you say your name? I just want to make sure. I'm saying your name right before I keep pronouncing it like that. Vaishur. Yep. Okay. Cool. Cool hairstyle, man.
Let's start with some
Thanks,
context.
Man.
So there's a community out there called the furry fandom.
Thanks.
Many of you might have heard of this fandom, but for the 5 innocent people that watch my videos,
furry fandom. This is the furry fandom. Radio station hijacked by furries. Oh, brother. Am I bugging or is chat replay kind of slow? What does that mean? Lame ass compliment to me. Sometimes I look in the chat and I be confused. Just barfed internally.
Basically, these are people.
You know how much money this is sitting in this room right now? Do you know how much money this is though? Low key? Wait, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I need to be on this side for some reason. You know how much money this is sitting in this room right now? This is hella money.
Find fun in sort of attributing human
with how much money
the
they
fancy
spend.
word for this is anthropomorphism, and an example of that is like Winnie the Pooh, who can
you know how much
human
must that is? No, that's
and
true.
act like a human. But the furry community isn't as innocent as my Winnie the Pooh example. Why? Well, because it traces its origin to a 1970s comic movement that had animal-focused art with very heavy adult themes and explicit sex. And of course, this fandom is extremely active on the internet, which brings us to the next thing: the Furcast podcast. So think of Furcast as an adult-only online bonfire where furry community members gather to listen to stories and ask.
An adult only Okay.
questions. Although it took a pause in 2020,
Okay.
by the time the hijack happened, Furcast was a thriving talk show distributed mainly via its website in the form of live stream. Now, with all that in mind, what would you do if you were cruising down the highway, listening to your regular tunes, Taylor Swift, maybe some Chainsmokers, maybe some Tuv, and all of a sudden, the radio station starts talking to you about how to have inappropriate interactions with animals?
Part of the experience.
You make it warm. You don't want it warm. You need to make it warm. It's
What? This is a nightmare. This is disgusting. This is weird. Anybody who ever in their right mind thinks it's okay to do anything to an innocent animal, especially in a sexual way, you're weird. You're weird, you're weird, you're weird, you're weird, and you deserve to be behind bars. That's so disgusting.
It's like motivation.
Make the friction, make it warm.
See, exactly. He knows what I'm talking about. Like, if it's already warm, what's the point? The sex makes it better when it's cold because, like, you have something to look.
No, that's disgusting. Ew. These type of people are like the people that definitely 1,000% need to be canceled. These are the type of people that cancel culture needs to absolutely go for, because these type of people deserve anything and everything that happens to them. Okay, they be canceling people for the stupidest reasons. They need to be canceling people like this because this is disgusting.
Forward to. It's just like this for me. This is like sitting on like a warm toilet seat. You just don't do it. It just doesn't feel right.
Well, this is exactly what happened on April 5th, 2016 to several US radio stations, including the Lift FM in Colorado, KXAX in Texas, and AM in Denver. And unlike the other interruptions in this video, this one was not short at all. It actually went on for 90 minutes. As Jason
90
McClellan, the owner of KXAX,
minutes.
put it, they talked about sex with two guys and a girl and explicit.
So they hijacked a radio station, and they didn't hijack it for just a few minutes, few seconds. They hijacked it for
to details and rambled
Ever.
on with vulgar language. And to make it worse,
90
it was unfortunate
minutes.
that this takeover only stopped after an engineer physically visited the remote transmitter to rectify the
T-Bone,
problem. But we'll get to that.
look,
First, though, the
type
apologies.
first in the
Even
chat, sorry.
Furcast themselves apologized, saying it wasn't their fault, adding, "We are deeply sorry to hear about this inappropriate incident. We are working with law enforcement to investigate this incident. We have preserved all access log files." The radio stations did apologize too for that 9 a.m. PR nightmare moment.
That's
with KXAX,
disgusting.
for instance, saying,
Ooh,
"We found out that
ooh,
our
look.
equipment had been hijacked and was broadcasting a podcast or a stream from
I
an
got your
unknown
favorite.
source." So back to the engineer. What exactly happened that they had to go back and fix the transmitter? Well, without boring you with too many technical details, a hacker figured out they could use Shodan, a search engine for
snacks?
internet-connected devices,
You don't like these, Ryan?
to find barracks boxes, streaming hardware used by radio stations that had weak passwords, and take them over. They did exactly that, taking over the barracks receivers, locking the stations out, and pointing them to the Furcast
I don't like
live stream.
nerds.
Remember, Furcast did live streams
Ryan,
on
you
its
broke my
website,
heart, bro.
and so to the hacker, it was just a matter of copying the live stream's URL into the receiver. Oh, and interestingly, with the barracks box password change, it could only be reset manually. That's why an engineer had to go to the remote transmission tower to do the reset. Also, although the engineers were fixing the issue, when Furcast realized what was happening, they cut off the live stream.
Good evening, Rain. Hi, Rain. Wait, no, wrong one. What's up, really, Rainicles? How you doing, man? How you feeling?
By moving it to a new URL. Regardless, following the incident, it was pretty clear the hijack was made possible by weak passwords, or the station just leaving the default manufacturer passwords during setup. Barracks' own statement said, "Barracks would like to emphasize that its devices are secure for broadcast use when set up correctly and protected with a strong password."
No, it's not.
Long Island radio station hijacked with racist song. In our previous cases, we've seen a situation where a pirate
Feeling like
just
I need a
overrides
real
station's signal
real.
within a small
Oh my god, real nice crisp Coke for my heart troubles. Coke.
area, probably because they're using a weak transmitter for the hijack. This next case is pretty interesting because the hacker found out how to hijack
What is
the
this
radio
video about?
signal in its entirety. So
This
let's
is the
start
most
with how.
disturbing
Remember
radio
the barracks box
hijacks.
at the transmission tower? Well, there's some
Yes.
clever engineering on how it works. First, the station at its headquarters beams out a signal to the transmission tower. Second, the barracks box takes the signal and encodes it to a high quality output. This is then amplified by the tower, which throws it much further out.
Wait,
covering a
hold
really
on, wait. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm pausing a lot. I only have
large area. Broadcast is
Hi,
set up this way
Ski.
because
How you
sometimes the location of
doing?
the studio is not ideal for
Thank you for
mounting a
that
transmission
hug.
tower. Now, between the studio and the transmission tower, what is sent out is referred to as STL, studio to link, and is essentially a high-frequency microwave signal. So the pirate in this case figured out they could interrupt the STL and replace the studio's broadcast with their own. So, where and when did this all go down? Well, it took place in Babylon, New York on May 17th, 2006. The pirate hijacked Long Island's WBAB 102.3
Hi, Alex.
signal
How are you
during
doing?
a morning show hosted by Roger Luce. Captured in this clip here, you can hear the host talk about the weather, then as a Pink Floyd song, Hey You, was just about to play, there was a sudden interruption, and what played in its place was completely unbelievable and shocked everyone. Instead of Pink Floyd, listeners were rather bizarrely treated to Rebel Johnny's Buddy Hating Me. The actual name of the song is not Buddy Hating Me, that's the N-word. I'm using Buddy as a replacement.
3 remaining finalists. The winner will be...
Wait, can I play this? Ooh. Can I play this?
on May 24th. BAB weather today, mix of sun and clouds with a high of 68. I'm Ted Lindner with Roger and JP on Long Island's #1 rock station, 102.3 WBAB.
Yep, that's right.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The second that beat starts, hell no. They didn't. He didn't play the actual one. Well, he played the actual one, but just the beginning. No, the beat, the sound of it already sounds like it's 50 million years old, and I don't like.
Right,
I don't
a
know. That
racist
creeps
song
me out.
calling for the killing of black people, sung by a white supremacist over the airwaves and played uninterrupted to the end. I'm not gonna read the lyrics, but here are a few of them on the screen. It's on.
Wait. He blurred out the word
played
Twitch.
uninterrupted to the end. I'm not gonna read the lyrics, but here are a few.
There's two known things that'll make me puke, and that's a hot dog.
Of them on the screen. It's honestly
That's
completely
crazy.
vile, and if you want
The,
to find
whoever made this song, I'm pretty sure is well far packed up by now.
out more about it, I guess, you go look it up yourself. I wonder if it's on Genius. I don't know. Now, once the song played out, there was a period of silence before the station regained its frequency. Well, more like the pirate decided to stop. The end of Pink Floyd's song came back in. As expected, everyone was in disbelief at what just happened. The host,
He needs
Roger
the
Luce,
insane
commented
asylum?
whatever
No,
that
he
was,
needs,
it was very racist. He also said, I've never seen this
I
in
can't say
22
what I
years
wanna
at
say.
this radio station.
Oh, shit.
102.
Wait, what? Lana, me, and my brother went to South Carolina with our rich-ass family that lives in a gated community, and I saw a deer standing on 2 legs walk into a bush like an hour ago. Do we ignore all our black instincts and walk my black ass out into that forest and see what happens? You walk into that forest, you're not coming back out. So I think you should listen to your instincts and just ignore what you saw. Okay? Ignore what you saw because that's insane. Nonetheless, you want that?
0.3 WBAB, Long Island's #1 rock station, plays the most music in the morning. There's John Fogerty, center field. Roger and JP,
They chill
721
for
on
real?
BAB. I want
Ryan.
to explain to you what just happened on our frequency, 102.3 FM. I've never seen this in 22 years.
Imagine it wasn't a hijacking and like he was actually low-key racist and just wanted to play it just to play it.
But I have heard about it happening very recently. Someone who wants to broadcast whatever they want to broadcast hacks into our frequency. They find a way to hack into it. I don't know how it's done. I'm not that technical, but they get into our microwave link or something. Our frequencies are public knowledge with the FCC rules, and somehow there's technology that allows people to get in and hack into a radio frequency. So they can do whatever they want and take control, and we sit here and we
I'm not gonna lie. If I heard this on the radio, I'm falling
can
asleep.
turn everything down. It has no effect on it whatsoever because we're just a room distant from our transmitter. So they hack into that, and the broadcast, whatever that was, it was very racist, but whatever it was broadcast, and we have no control. So we called our engineer or whatever, so people are on it right.
Let us get us a track.
The transmitters, so they, the host, were powerless in the situation because even if they turned everything down, it would have no effect on what was being transmitted. It also clarified that they were just in a room away from the transmitter, so the pirate could do whatever they wanted on the transmitter's end. When interviewed by Newsday, the station's director John Olson also confirmed that they had been powerless to block the pirate transmission. He was also frustrated that just 2 weeks prior, their sister station WBLI had been hijacked with that very
Who
same
listens to the
song.
car
He
radio
Things were
nowadays.
so bad,
That's fair.
given the media frenzy that ensued, that the station promised a $10,000 reward to whoever could help identify the pirate, issuing a
Thank you
statement.
for that
The
raid,
station
Rocket.
also said, "We condemn their actions and their harmful words. They're asking for a full investigation into this matter by the FCC, and we are contacting local authorities to assist us into finding
How
out
did you
who
stream
did this."
Rocket?
Speculation from the NY radio board was that the pirate was an engineer. Apparently, a message on the board read, "Obviously, the STL was
thank
hacked
you,
by
no
someone who
thank
has
you,
the
no
knowledge and
thank
equipment to override the STL point-to-point link between WBAB's studios and transmitter." Sadly, the pirate was never caught.
Are we surprised?
National
Absolutely
takes
not.
over UK's radio station. So this happened in the UK, where a local station, Mansfield 103.2, got hijacked severely over 3 months, and a masturbation song played over its
Alright.
frequencies. The station, which prides itself in serving non-stop music to its audience, people in North Nottinghamshire and Northeast Derbyshire
North
had to deal with mixed reactions from its listeners while trying to work with the communications regulator in the UK to hunt down the pirate. Now, I know you're wondering what the song sounded like, so we'll start with that. The official title of that song is the Winkers song, and interestingly, it's
The
a real
Winkers
track that was
song?
performed by an artist called
Hello?
Yvonne Biggin back in the 1970s. And besides the song's cover art, which some might find absolutely hilarious, the lyrics are unbelievable. The chorus, for example, goes like, and I already know this is gonna get taken clipped out of context, but it goes, "And that's why I'm a wanker, I'm a wanker." He says it a lot, and I'm not gonna say it in the melody.
feel like
nor am I
I've
gonna
heard
keep
that song
repeating it
before.
as many times as this dude did. The song actually repeats the word wanker 36 times. Now imagine that.
I
At least
really
8
feel
times
like
a month. The
I've-
radio station had to apologize to listeners for playing it, and even worse, one of those times was during a live family broadcast from the Party in the Market event that is usually organized by the Mansfield District Council. Now, it had gotten so bad that Tony Delahunty, the station's director, had gotten reports from some people that their children were humming the
One second.
song in the car. He also added, "We've had calls from people who
Hold
found
on.
it."
Pause. Don't go anywhere. Thank you. Hi, Nubis. Nubis, you want to come say hi? Come here. Nubis is being lame. I wanted Nubis to say something. Sorry. Me, Papa came to ask me a question. I think he read my mind, bro. He read my mind. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was just about to be like, "Bro, I'm starving, y'all. I'm starving. I'm hungry." He came to my door and asked me if I wanted him to make me a sandwich. Of course I do.
Hilarious, while some have raised their concerns, including our competitors. Also, to add insult to injury, this director admitted that it was frightening how surprisingly easy it was to override a station's frequency, just how difficult it was to stop the pirate doing so. Apparently, Ofcom, the UK's communication regulator, told the station that all one needed to hijack a signal is a small transmitter and proximity to an outside broadcast, or the signal they're trying to overpower. Just that. He also added, "There's
Wad.
absolutely nothing we can do about it, and we're trying very hard to do something about it." The station was also certain that whoever was doing it was just a small-time clown, but was concerned about the implications should the idea get into the wrong hands. The director claimed, "This is a clown, but it exposes a situation that is available for, who knows, a terrorist, that type of person, some idiot who wants to put emergency messages on. It could be an awful lot worse. The big problem is you can't catch them." Ofcom spokesperson contradicting the station's director regarding the hijacking clarified
Can
that
you imagine if Ninja got a low taper fade?
happen that often.
I
You need
mean,
quite a high-powered transmitter. Anyway,
I don't
the
know if I
station's theory
could.
was that from what he
I
sounded
don't know
like,
if I
the pirate
could.
was between 35 and 45 years old and was probably just showing off to his friends. Regardless, as Tony the director put it was an absolute nightmare.
Okay.
US radio station hijacked with political message. So this next one isn't really as disturbing as the others, but it's still worth the mention. So if you remember well, 2020 was the year of the election. And that year's presidential election was truly one of a kind. I mean, there was a lot you could say went wrong. There was the bizarre invasion of the Capitol by Trump supporters, and later what can be called the ever-widening legal predicament facing Trump for election interference. Now, I'm not trying to bore you with political stuff. The point I'm trying to make here is that 2020 was a heavily politicized year, and effectively the effects spilled out in rather strange ways. One such way was the hijacking of a local radio station in Warren, Michigan, 105.5, by an unidentified individual who tried to sway listeners into voting for Trump. As reported by the Telegram online publication, it turns out there was a particular spot on the road towards downtown Warren where the signal was being hijacked. Drivers would first experience a fade or breakup in the genuine signal, then get a bit of static override on the presenter's voices, and then a different voice would come in altogether. This is exactly how the hijack was first detected, and it took over the signal as the station's host went going on about sports. So what exactly did this strange pirate voice say?
Have you ever thought about getting my hair? Have I ever thought about getting my hair twisted? I don't know. Let's see. Let me see. Wait. Let me zoom out. Would I ever get my hair twisted? No. I mean, okay, I have thought about it before. When my hair is like all curly and you know, doing its thing, I definitely have thought about it before. I thought about locking up my hair because curly hair is just like a lot to deal with, and I don't be messing with it. I don't be messing with it at all. I don't like it sometimes because it's just too much to deal with. It's very, you know, a lot. I have a lot of hair and it's very thick. So I definitely thought about it before. Oh my god, wait, hold on. Thought about it. Just wanted to put
Shared
that
by
out
Telegram, you can clearly make out
The
the
Goat
words, and
Gojo?
it says, "Don't be a chump."
Lana's hair
vote for
already
Trump."
looks perfect.
Then,
Thank
almost in
you,
a whisper, repeats
Sonic.
the same.
Hello?
And in case you're wondering, the phrase was actually a slogan that was used widely during the Trump campaign in 2020. This signal hijack wasn't a one-time
No,
problem.
thank you.
Residents and even the town's police
I
chief
just would never use the radio ever again because that's creepy. There's like different levels of creepy. The other ones are like, okay, that's just weird, you know? And the other ones have been like weird. But like this one is like creepy. Like I don't like the thought of a man whispering out of my car speakers. And I just, that's creepy. I don't think I could do it.
admitted that it had
ever.
been going on for days.
It gives me the
playing
heebie-jeebies.
over.
It's
Gerald
creepy.
Millett, the police chief, in a statement to Telegram said, "At first, I thought someone was just broadcasting close to the frequency. I drove around and it starts by Pine and Nelson. Those are the streets. And it goes all the way downtown. The signal was apparently strongest at an intersection. It was suspected that the person responsible had placed a transmitter in their attic because their signal's coverage area was relatively small. Anyway, unable to find a solution, the local police forwarded the issue to the FCC.
Thank you for that follow. How do you pronounce your name? Let me know how to pronounce your name before I try to pronounce it because I feel like I'm gonna chop it up.
Said, "I don't know how to find it, but
I
I'm
don't
sure
want to
the
chop your
FCC
name
will
up.
have a way." It's unclear if the pirate was ever caught, and it's unclear if he kept hijacking even after the election was over.
Zion. Hi Zion, how you
BBC
doing? How you
radio
feeling, man?
hijacked by Nazi Germans. This radio hijack took place in a rather interesting context.
How you feeling,
World War
man?
II. This is during the 1941 period when, if you know your history well, Nazi Germany was very aggressively bombing British cities like London, Coventry, Hull, and Liverpool. I won't go into much detail about that, but I did want to give you guys some context.
Wait, I missed something. I missed something in the very beginning of my stream. W8.4K followers. I got to 8.4K off stream, didn't even realize it until like right before I started up the stream. I was like, damn, I'm at 8.4K. Whoa, we got to 8.4K. W. Lana, that sound is a jump scare. I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. My bad, man.
Very much on Britain's neck. They were constantly dropping what were called Luftwaffe bombs, forcing Britons to spend endless nights sheltered in underground stations. And obviously this left behind a very damaged economy.
I think my sandwich is here. Coming! Yeah.
Dad said, do you want cheese on your sandwich?
Never mind. Never mind, guys. Never mind. It was just a question.
The bombs were taking out critical infrastructure. Now,
while the growth is amazing, the growth is
yet comical occurrence
heavenly.
On BBC Radio, as the Stockman's Journal reported on Wednesday,
Women
October
suffer a
5th,
lot.
1941, a mystery voice.
Yeah,
apparently of German
say that
origin,
again,
which
Rachel.
interrupted British broadcasting company programs with incentives against the government, its leaders, and the United States, promised today to become a star feature of British radio. So picture this: it's the middle of war, a lot is happening, people are scared, there's destruction everywhere, and the main broadcaster, BBC, is doing its best to keep everyone updated with current information.
Okay,
Then,
sure,
at random
still.
moments, the radio just gets hijacked and it's a voice just dissing the government. And again, not just one interruption. This was a reoccurring thing.
You have a heating
so
pad,
reoccurring
Rachel?
that he got nicknamed Harassing Harry. And how was Harry dissing the government? Well, the very first time he
Hi,
said,
Manny,
"Do you know
how
how
are
much money
you?
Churchill is being paid by the Germans? Has Churchill played
You lucky
fair
I'm
with
not a
you?
mod
You're being
abuser.
swindled."
Hey Dolo, you touch you lay a click on Rachel.
Led up the garden path and
It's
sold
over.
to America.
Rachel
basically alleging
is
that Winston
untouchable.
Churchill, the then
That's
British
my baby,
Prime Minister,
okay?
had been bought out by America.
That's my baby.
Remember,
You can't
America
touch
was sending military aid to
Alright.
the British because, again, they were being relentlessly hammered by the Germans. Anyway, newspapers reported the case a lot. It was in the Guardian, the Daily Telegraph, and the Stockman's Journal. The voice was taken as very comedic to some civilians. Apparently, these average Brits had already been criticizing the BBC for lack of entertainment value. So when Harassing Harry began coming on, they found it hilarious.
I lost
Another
mine.
interesting fact is that because the hacker's signal was so bad, his voice was muffled a lot. It was muffled so much that people began
Gotta get
referring to him
well.
as Donald Duck. That and Von Donald. I think Von Donald is a lot funnier. On the flip side, the voice was concerning because it meant important news was not getting to the people. As the Daily Telegraph put it, the interruption began a few minutes before the news and disappeared soon after the news had been read. The same newspaper and others also reported that BBC warned Germany that if they wouldn't stop the interruptions, it would actually retaliate. Yeah,
It would
BBC said that. The
retaliate.
actual statement was, "What you can do, we can do more effectively." In the meantime, the BBC put some
Oh.
measures against Harassing Harry. First,
They said you could try it, but guess what? Guess what?
they read the news continuously.
Yeah,
They had been
okay.
previously having short breaks in between
Yeah,
news
okay.
items. Second, they increased the signal power and sped up programs. And lastly, they played back the recording of the first interruption to listeners to help them ignore the
T-bone
interrupter's
equals
comments in the future.
glaze. Not too much on T-bone, alright? Not too much on T-bone.
Them making it clear that they were not behind those comments.
Zion, did you
Journal
eat
also
yet?
reported that an annoyed BBC announcer even said, "If you were hearing interruptions, particularly during short intervals,
Sure,
you may
buddy?
take it that these are due to direct
Just
interruptions
saying.
from the enemy."
Not too much on T-bone,
The
man.
90-second U.S. radio interruption by German voice. On Friday, November 26, 1943, one news item on the first page of the Herald News read, "The Federal Bureau of Investigation is interested in determining the cause of a
I love
90-second
your
interruption of a
stream.
network program from radio station
Hi,
Loco."
Mike
The
the
news piece,
King.
which was
Welcome
also
in,
covered
man.
by other newspapers like
How you
Kenosha
feeling?
News,
How you doing,
Bradford
man?
Evening Star, and the Bradford Daily Record, was in reference to a rather confusing radio broadcast signal by an unknown person. According to the report, during a show run by Joyce Jordan, the
Wait.
Woco radio station,
This is super. Hold on.
Huh? He said you sent him the website, so you know which one he's using.
Hey man, that's between you and Screek.
Okay, I guess.
What he said if you guess the voice changer he's using.
Yes, so I guess it's that. Mana, who's hosting the spelling bee?
Oh, okay, hold on. Yep. It's my good man's Nor. My
Why you
little
been
bro.
calling niggas spamming them with the
I'm not, bro. My chat told me.
Lana,
to call you,
also
so
Lana, we
sorry.
can hear the audio. I know.
Now I'm talking about. Yo, you said your chat coach told you to call you.
Yes, so I did.
Bro,
the
you
voice changer
know
on
when
it.
I gave
Nor
you,
War.
when I gave you the
It's
voice
my little
changer
bro,
for
man.
nigga,
I
We
called
love
him.
Nor. Hold on. He needed something, or he wanted me to unmute my stream real
Yes.
quick about the spelling bee.
That's cozy. Okay.
Hey Lana, what's up, man?
Screw you. Wait, is that the one that he's using? He said you sent him the link. Is that the one he's using or no?
I don't know which one he's using. Melly helped him. You gotta ask Melly. I just sent him a link. That don't mean he downloaded it from me.
He said
What
you
is-
sent
what is-
it to
what is you
him.
doing?
I'm in Fortnite.
All right.
He said you sent him the.
Whoa.
Man, I needed a shot.
All right. I think that's all Nor wanted. I think that's all he wanted.
there was a
Who is
sudden
that little nigga?
cutoff in
That's
a German
first of all, not too much on Nor. I don't tolerate any Nor hate. Unless it's coming out my mouth or screet or something. But yeah. That's Nor. That's little bro. Nor GXD. Go check him out, man. Can we get a shout out for Nor? Yo, what the fuck we watching? Mr. Slappy 3. We watching the most disturbing radio hijacks. Nor slander only from me and Lana. Dolo, you don't get to
voice
you don't
came
get
on.
to
The
slander
voice,
Nor either.
interestingly referred
Okay?
to as speaking rapid
Only
fire
Lana.
German, mentioned the
But I
word
don't ever
Japanese and
slander
Paris
Nor,
several
so.
times. Now I would like to provide some context so you know why this was such a big deal. I mean, to the point where the FBI actually got involved. So it happened in 1943, a time that was right in between the golden age of radio, a period between the
Okay.
1930s and 1950s when radio was the most dominant electronic medium of entertainment. A survey carried out within that era actually revealed that about 82 out of 100 Americans fans were consistent radio listeners. And radio had everything. I mean, everything from quiz shows, soap operas, plays, sports, cooking shows, etc. In short, radio was a big deal. And WOCO was among the big stations at the time. So looking at it critically, an interruption by the voice-speaking, quote, rapid-fire German would have been noticed by a good number of listeners. That's probably why the FBI was involved. But there could be more by the way of explanation. For instance, if you were keen on our previous case, you might connect the dots and realize that this period was full of tension between Germany, Britain, and the US. Given that the BBC had
I could do my own radio through stream, but other than that, I would never, ever be a radio host.
Repeated radio signal interruptions by the Nazi Germans in 1941.
No, I used to think the exact same thing, Dolo.
Surprised that the FBI was interested in the WOCO station case. The Joyce Jordan program at WOCO station
lost a bet. Wait, what bet did you
Broadcasting System network of about 115 radio stations. There were concerns of all these other stations being affected, but it turned out that WOCO was the only one in trouble. Anyway, the interruption, which lasted about 90 seconds, was taken as a possible enemy intrusion via a shortwave broadcast. However, the FBI agent in the case, J.B. Wilcox, confirmed
this
that
video is
this,
going to make
quote,
me scared of radios.
If
we're being completely honest, it's not even just radios now. Literally anything and everything could get hacked. Back then, they didn't have like iPhones and stuff and cameras, and nowadays I'm scared of everything. I'm scared of everything getting hacked. Not just radio. Now, if a radio station got hacked, that would be a creepy event, but I'd be more scared of like anything around me getting hacked. Who listens to radio casually? If I'm in the car with like my mom or my dad, no. If I'm in the car with my dad, he listens to the radio. But other than that, that's probably it.
Allegation. Instead, a more solid reason was determined to be cross telephone wires. It was also a one-time
Wait,
thing.
what? Exclamation point, warn at T-Bone. No mod disrespect will be allowed. This is your first warning.
Right after the interruption, the program continued to air as normal.
Lana does Rye have COD? I don't know. You
Swedish
gotta ask
radio
Rye,
hijacked
man.
with propaganda song. This next signal hijacking case takes us to the beautiful city of Malmo, Australia. In a rather bizarre occurrence, on November 11th, 2017, listeners to one of the
So T-Bone lost a $200 bet with his friend if Nor won a Fall Guys game. You bet $200, T-Bone? What the fuck?
local favorite stations, Mix Megapol, was treated to unwelcome propaganda for about 30 minutes. And not just regular propaganda. No,
okay.
This had its origin.
The Nor giggled in my face.
The one also known as ISIS.
Hey, that's why. That's why. Hey, that's why Nor is him. All right. That's why Nor is him. T-Bone. Legit.
Just to emphasize how weird this was,
200 though is
the radio station in question was commercial. It wasn't
T-Bone, you got money like that?
At all, and just targeted to regular 25 to 40-year-old Australians with, quote, the best mix of hits and oldies. In fact, the hijack happened in the middle of a very chill morning show, Anders and Ryan with friends, and was only noticed by the host once their listeners called in trying to find out what was happening. The 3-minute song, which Islamist Watch called a, quote, ISIS recruitment song, played over and over for about 30 minutes. Part of the lyrics were, for the sake of Allah, we will march to gates of the paradise where our maidens await. We are men who love.
Nor knows I bet a whole 500 and then a whole 2 grand if he won a Fall Guys game in Fortnite. He lost both. You like capping. You like lying a lot, Shura.
Death just as you love your life. We are soldiers who fight in the day and the night. Now, as to exactly what happened, Jacob Gravestam, one of the station's directors, said, somebody interfered with our frequency
I don't believe
using
you.
a pirate transmitter. In short, someone just took over the transmitter and decided to troll using the ISIS
Nor sucks at Fall Guys, nor does
suck at Fall Guys. Worrying because the station, which broadcast its signal from Stockholm, had an estimated 1.4 million listeners at the time. However, it was a relief that the hijack only affected listeners in Malmo, a city in the southern part of Australia. He also said they reported the incident to the police and the Australian National Post and Telecom Agency. He added, a lot of people have called us about this. We are very happy that people are vigilant.
Oh, uno segundo. Is that right? No. No, that's my dad, my father, Papa Mayflower. He made me a sandwich. He made me a delicious sandwich. Ooh, and the egg is runny. Ooh, my God. Aw,
we treat this very seriously.
I love him so
Multiple
much.
U.S. radio stations hijacked with Donald Trump. Okay, so going back to the furry fandom hijack, I explained that the hacker used Shodan, a search engine
Let me
for
get a crumb.
internet-connected devices, in order to hijack the station, to
A
find
crumb
barracks
is
boxes that had
crazy.
weak passwords and hijack the whole radio station. Well, this time, the same method was used, only to hijack a different radio station, Sunny 107.9, in Salem, South Carolina. This happened back in 2016 on November 7th. It was during a Monday night broadcast where instead of the usual classic hits and beach music, the station began playing FDT, Fuck Donald Trump, an anti-Trump song. FDT was
Okay.
done by rapper YG, and it was part of his
We love this
2016
song,
album
bro.
titled Still
We
Brazen.
love
It
this
featured
song.
Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace, and was just as popular as it was controversial. In fact, if you look at some
I
of the
don't remember
comments
this
under
shit.
the song on YouTube, you'll see what kind of effect it had on the masses. For example, one guy said, "I have the hook cut and looped so I can play it when I drive through MAGA areas. I've had the cops called on
Yeah,
me."
nah, I'm not gonna lie. This that shit. For sure. This song is amazing. Love this song. Absolutely love it. I don't even know what this is. It's a song against, it's a song about Donald Trump.
Me 5 times, but I don't give a can't stop, won't stop. And this effect is not for nothing. Once you hear the lyrics, you understand why. I counted a
Please don't
total
get
of
canceled,
32
Lana.
times with a
I think I wouldn't. So you would do the same thing he did? I never said that. I literally never said that at all. I said I just like the song. I definitely love the song. And I think that would be the last thing cancel culture is worried about. Is me saying that I listen to a song that is talking about Donald Trump. I think majority of the world could care less about that man besides the people that support him, which it's who cares, you know? So yeah.
song says Donald Trump. So yeah, imagine that playing on loop on a Monday night randomly. Now, following
I have
the
zero
hijack,
political
Sunny
views.
107.9 took to their
We're not
Facebook
gonna get
page to update
political.
their audience on what
We
was going on.
one thing about Lana's chat is we will never talk about politics. We won't ever get into that because yeah.
This is from Frank Patterson, the station's president, stated, "Our
You
internet
good?
has been hacked at
Wait,
our
what do you mean,
transmitter
Rachel?
site, and the station has played anti-Trump
What
song.
happened?
This is not our
Oh,
broadcast.
my
We at
face is hurting.
WFBS do not take political views."
Hi,
He also added,
Mari.
"We have captured the IP address
How
that
you
will be
doing?
forwarded to the government authorities and the FCC for prosecution."
How
It's
you
also very
doing?
evident they were trying not to offend anyone and make it super clear that they have no political
Just got
opinions.
banned in Norris chat. I'm finna cry in the car. T-Bone, what did you just go do? What did How did you get banned in Norris chat? I'm a mod in here. I can't even see. I can't see anything. Hey. That shit crazy.
Patterson added, "Again, we hold our political views to ourselves, and
No,
these
you owe me
statements
$200
and/or songs
US
made on the air
You know
are
what?
not
That's
that
what you
of
get, T-Bone.
107.9 FM. Now, another surprising
Kanye
thing,
should be
or
president?
maybe
That's
unsurprising,
crazy
is that this
talk.
is just one of many other
How do you feel about Ryan? Ryan. Ryan. I know. You know what, Ryan? We have beef. I'm declaring beef against you, Ryan. Not you, I Ryan. Love Ryan. Okay. Next time you're in BC, you better be ready. And that means oiled up. Okay, buddy. I'm kidding. Choose a
stations
thought.
that had been
Choose a thought,
hijacked
choose
and
a
listeners
thought,
forced
choose
to
a thought.
endure the FDT track on loop. BuzzFeed, for instance, reported that the same had happened to a
I'm the
low-power
press.
station in San Angelo, Texas. Other affected stations included 103.5
Freedom
in
of the
Evansville,
press. Hey,
Indiana,
amen.
96.7 in Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
No, I'm kidding. Hi,
101.9
Ryan. How you
in
doing, man?
Seattle,
Have you
and
eaten yet?
100.9
You had a
in
party? You had a party getting drunk yet? You on any drugs right now? Or you in your Uber on your way home? Or are you driving home? What are you doing right now? Did you get your Wi-Fi? Did you get your Wi-Fi? Thanos Gauntlet Time Reversal Infinity. What? It's 2 p.m. 6 Black Mean.
Louisville, Kentucky.
In DT,
Again,
of
the
course,
blame was
Lana?
directed at how radio stations
I did
use
finally?
barracks devices
Woo!
without adding extra layers of security. As Newsweek put it, owning such a device
Ryan,
and not
what-
assigning
what-
a secure
what-
password
what's your
or
favorite
using
kind
a
of pizza?
firewall is kind of like parking a bulldozer in the middle of Times Square with the keys in the ignition. Some bored teen is going to take it for a joyride. Mysterious Russian radio station hijacked with beans. Our last case also deserves a bit of historical context in order to make sense easily. Now, back in the 1970s and 80s, there were a lot of broadcast signal hijacks in the
Sardines?
Soviet Union. This was primarily due to a high demand for
Alright,
non-government
be
affiliated
serious.
broadcasting. As the
Be
broadcast market
serious,
grew,
Ryan.
pirates wanted to share. Actually, imagine it as a situation where a few
How
guys
many
get
Ryans will appear in Lana's chat? I'm not gonna lie, I know so many Ryans. It's insane. There's that Ryan, X Love Ryan. Then there's I Ryan. Then there's Blue Rye, which his name is Ryan. I had a coworker named Ryan who I'm still friends with. Ryan. I have a cousin named Ryan. I know too many Ryans. There's too many Ryans around me. I don't like it.
Genuine licenses
Ryan
broadcast,
May.
then many others just override
I'm a
these
spicy
genuine
pepperoni
signals
kind
with
of guy.
whatever they thought the audience wanted. In fact, according to
Call me
UCR,
Pina.
a
It's me
newspaper at
last
the time,
name.
they called these pirates
Pina?
hooligans
Pina or
broadcasting
Pina?
drivel, rudeness, vulgarity, uncensored expressions, and trashy music. Unfortunately, this habit of intruding on radio stations
found a
did
hack
not
I'm
fade
using
away
to heat
with
my
the end of
laptop.
the Soviet Union. As recently as 2002, it happened to a Russian radio station whose roots trace back to the Soviet time. And in case you didn't know, 2022 was the year
Is there
that
anyone
Russia
named Lonnie
invaded
you know?
Ukraine. As the
No.
two countries were at it, UVB 76, a shortwave radio station dating back to the Soviet era, was spammed by signal pirates. Now, just so you know, UVB 76 is not your ordinary radio station. In fact, it's on the opposite end of ordinary. It's just super creepy. Why? Well, the speculation is that it's used as a communication tool by Russian intelligence. And this
Can I call
speculation
you
is
peanut
based
butter?
on actual events. As reported by Wired, for instance,
Why do you... It has... Oh, so is it Pina? Or am I stupid? Pina? Pena? Pina? How do you do it? I don't know any other Lanas, by the way. No, I don't. Tonight's gonna be a mess. We got Lana May, Lene, and Janae. Yeah. Lana May, Lene, Janae. So, Pena? Is that what it is?
somewhere in the 2010
Oh,
period,
no?
it relayed what was considered
Yeah,
Morse code. Before that, at different
So
points,
many
it did
Lanas?
beeps, buzzes,
It's
codes,
not
and numbers.
necessarily
In
Lanas, it's
2011,
just
it even
Anna.
sounded like someone was in the broadcasting room. A male voice heard saying Mikhail, Dmitry, Zenya, Boris, indicating that the station had changed its name to MDZB. According to Wired, UVB-76 would read out mysterious numbers
This is W
like
stream. I'm
04,
scared. I'm nervous.
979,
I'm so nervous right now.
DRENDOUT, and call out letters such
Show my
as
bestie not too much on Janae.
TRENERSKIY. It turns out that once Andres Aslade, a techpreneur, made UVB-76 stream available online.
Thank you for that follow, Def Not
which is not
Ling.
active now. Hundreds of
Ling?
thousands were listening in from the US, Russia, Britain,
I heard Lana's real name is Barbara. Okay. At Kiko, it's still going on. What's still going on?
Brazil, Japan, Croatia, and everywhere else. So in short, it was a weird, mysterious station with a huge audience. Anyway, back to the hijacking. In January 2022, some users started seeing signs of signal override on the station. This Twitter user, for instance, captured this troll face on the frequency. This other user
Bro,
recorded a clip
a
of
troll
Psy
face?
Gangnam
Is that
Style
true?
playing over the frequency. It also turns out that this station had been hijacked several other times, including one time when the listeners were
When does my
ridiculed. Despite the hijacks,
mod trial
the
end so I
station
can finally
continues to
mod
broadcast
abuse?
mysterious messages. All right,
That's a
guys,
crazy
that was
statement.
it for this video.
I hate
Make
that
sure
song.
To leave
I
a
love
like,
that
make sure
song.
to subscribe if you want to. I'm not forcing you. You can always unsubscribe, and it's free. Whatever Dream says in the beginning of all his videos, y'all know y'all can
tough.
unsubscribe in case anything
W12, man. I'm so sorry. That sound is really loud. All right, man. We got 7 minutes. 7 minutes to spare. I'm scared. I'm terrified. I'm like.